We know that when it came to Avengers Infinity War and Avengers Endgame, there was a lot of deleted scenes that ended up on the cutting room floor, and ultimately we more than likely will not see a majority of them and some of the subplots that led to them. But we did have it revealed a few times that there was scenes about characters swapping identities, and recently the Russo brothers teased that we might see some of these scenes in the future. So when it comes to Avengers Infinity War and Endgame, some of the deleted scenes that we for a fact know were deleted were a scene where Doctor Strange was wearing Iron Man armor and a scene where Tony Stark was the Sorcerer Supreme. How this fit into the entire plot of that film, we have no idea. From what we understand, at some point, Doctor Strange was going to already be looking into possible other multiverses, and this is what would have led him to another scene where Doctor Strange was confronted by the Living Tribunal, and it would have been him standing trial quickly for messing with time, space, and the multiverse. This was all removed. Now, obviously, the next Doctor Strange film deals with the multiverse. Multiple MCU films will be dealing with it. So, Joe and Anthony Russo saying that there might be a chance where some of these scenes show up one day down the road in the future, I think is an indicator that maybe we will see multiverse scenes that are in any upcoming film or another product that they haven't announced yet that deals with the multiverse, and maybe they can drop that in there. So, could we once again see Tony Stark in the MCU? It's Robert Downey Jr., but he's the Sorcerer Supreme, and it's a brief 1-minute scene. I mean, for all we know, they could do what they did with The Flash when he starts entering the multiverse, and as he's entering it, there's all sorts of different scenes and continuities playing on the sides. Maybe they could drop some of these scenes in there, and it gives us a look into what could be and what if things played out differently. So I think this is very much a possibility and a direct tease that these scenes were cut because they didn't fit the narrative of the last two films, but the scenes are complete. We've seen set photos, so there is the possibility to use them again, and they don't even have to pay royalties to somebody like Robert Downey Jr. because the scene was already shot. And it wouldn't be the first time Marvel Studios does something like that. I mean, look at Civil War, for example, and look at Spider-Man Far From Home. So it's one of these things where I think it's very easy for them to do it, and I think the Russo brothers saying, hey, they'll probably show up down the road. I mean, they might. They probably know something about it. And again, the multiverse, that makes perfect sense because that's exactly what the scenes were. So I guess in due time, we'll find out.